Yeah, thanks very much, Rahul. I've been waiting very patiently for my turn, so may I please request my esteemed panelists to give me a couple of minutes. Look, Rahul, you mentioned Javed Akhtar. Javed Akhtar Saab, I respect him. You know, he's a master of similes, but unfortunately, he's a slave of hypocrisy. The reason why he makes this equivalence of RSS with Taliban is because he's embarrassed and ashamed. And he cannot say it publicly that the Taliban are following the real Islam. So he has to draw an equivalence where he can condemn the Taliban for what they are doing, but he cannot say. And as far as hypocrisy is concerned, Javed Saab has taken it to such levels, even he would find it hard to furnish a simile for his achievement. Let me enlighten you. Please give me a couple of minutes. Let me enlighten you on Javed Akhtar Saab. Number one, stands in solidarity with M.F. Hussain. Never once condemns his portrayal of Hindu God, but criticizes Salman Rushdie and his satanic verses and says, quote, "You cannot speak in a derogatory manner, write dirty things about those who are revered by billions," unquote. 2, claims to be an atheist, hails Faiz for his lines, "जब अर्ज़े खुदा के काबे से सब बुत उठवाए जाएंगे, बस नाम रहेगा अल्लाह का," but never once condemns Iqbal, who said, quote, "The world should be purged of infidelity and false gods, and Islam should be triumphant," unquote. Number 3, writes copiously on poverty, calls it a sin, condemns inequality, derides those who make fun of it, then gives a cake depicting a slum with icing, detailing open sewage to his wife amid fanfare and mocking of the poor. Number 4, condemns ban on the works of all writers, but wants a writer's sack because he sees her poetry in the wake of the Azad Maidan vandalism as communal. 5, condemns barbarity, bigotry, religious fanaticism, but calls Tipu Sultan, who destroyed thousands of temples, churches, forcibly converted lakhs of Hindus and Christians, demanded annihilation of infidels, calls Tipu secular, courageous. 6, condemns genocide, but praises the genocidal Mughals. 7, mocks conspiracy theories, but campaigns for a man who claims 9/11 was orchestrated by the American government. 8, fights for Dalit rights, but asks people to vote for CPIM, a party that perpetrated the Mari Jhapi massacre where 10,000 Dalits were ruthlessly murdered. 9, condemns the jailing of Majru Sultanpuri, but hails Nehru, the man who jailed him, as a moral giant. 10, cries intolerance and emergency under the BJP, but is totally silent on 12,000 sedition charges on common citizens, arrest of editors, banning of films, filing of FIRs, jailing of parties under the Congress. 11, condemns the Taliban for forcing women to adhere to a dress code, but never once condemns the holy verses and the word of Allah on how a woman should dress. 24:31, 33:59, 7:26, on how a wife should behave. 4:34, on when a woman can be flogged. 24:212, that the Taliban are following. Number 12, condemns the fundamentalists when they demand beheading of Kamlesh Tiwari, but never once condemns the holy verse 33:57 that the fundamentalists are following. Finally, 10 seconds, Rahul. जावेद अख्तर को देखा तो ऐसा लगा जैसे छल का नवाब, जैसे झूठ की किताब, जैसे ढोंग की किरण, जैसे आडंबर का वन, जैसे कपटों की बात, जैसे पाखंड की रात, जैसे जनपथ में हो एक जलता दिया.
Look, this